What's going on, everyone? It's Thursday, May 19th, right? 19th?
Yeah.
19th. And welcome to Crash and Burn. I'm your host. I'm Mike, and with me is our usual crew. Andy, how are you tonight?
I have acne vulgaris on my nose.
Okay. I don't know.
Fucking zit. It's killing me.
Sweet. Hi, how are you tonight?
I have a zit on my head.
What the fuck?
It's that time of year, I guess.
Yeah.
Glenn and Leah, how are you guys tonight?
Any zits?
Any zits?
I do in my undercut. It's actually why I didn't go get it cleaned up today because I'm too embarrassed for my hairdresser to see it.
How old are all of us? We're all talking.
Too old.
Am I the only one that doesn't have a zit?
I'm sure I got one somewhere. It's probably on my balls. Will you check it out tomorrow, Glenn?
Yeah. We'll have to get a powerful magnifying glass.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Burn.
Can't wait till we get the drink of the week for Glenn.
Yeah.
All right, so we did not have a show last week. Things got a little crazy last week, so we skipped last week, and here we are tonight. If you guys are listening live, head over to gunchannels.com/crashandburn and join in on the chat room there. Oh, I closed my chat room.
There's a good conversation going on about what the actual date is and punching sharks.
Oh, well, it says April 19th?
It apparently does.
It does.
Ah, shit. How did I do that? Damn it.
Yep, it's definitely April 19th.
I don't even think I can change it while it's live. But you know me, I'll try. Yep, so submit your questions via Google Plus if you'd like, if you're into that. And we'll see them pop up. Or just submit your stuff on Gun Channels. And, oh, that's it. It's down here. So, yeah. Where are we? Tonight's guest is Brad from EMS Tactical. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks, man. And I have no zits, just poison ivy.
Okay, that's good.
Way worse.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a second to thank our sponsors. Clean Snatch Soap. Use code Crash and Burn for 15% off. X8 Tactical and Stick No Evil. A lot of stuff happened, I guess, within the last 2 weeks. Eric and I went and saw Captain America finally this week. It was really, really good.
I like that is the number one thing you come up with for things that have happened in the last 2 weeks.
It was really good.
It was good. It was high on my list of good.
I'm all team captain.
Excited to see it.
I'm still Team Iron Man.
Ugh.
Is Batman versus Superman at all?
I had not seen that.
I was really disappointed in that one.
I've heard nothing good about that.
I would say nothing good except Wonder Woman showed her face there and kicked some butt.
Andy, you kind of look like a superhero villain right now. All in the dark.
So you can't see my zit.
That's why he doesn't have the light on.
I have the old man bulbous nose right now. The guy who drinks too much.
Oh, like the old
kids.
Hey!
Like the guy from, like the old dude from Up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aww.
Why? Am I
No,
stupid?
No, there's two gun channels on Instagram now.
Why are there two gun channels?
I don't know.
Which one do I use when I tag things?
One of them has more followers. One of them's a backup page, I think. I don't know.
Well, that's confusing. Forget it.
So yeah, well, finish what you're doing so I can throw it over to you.
Ah, crap. I'm trying to do the Instagrams. You got on me about, like, I don't
Yeah,
social media
okay,
enough.
cool. So what everybody else do this past 2 weeks? What everybody else got going on?
We found a place and we're moving now. So
That's
Sweet.
last time we were talking about house hunting, we found one.
I don't know if you can see behind Glenn. That's some of my books.
Are they your cookbooks?
Those are just the cookbooks, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's only cookbooks.
How are you going to be able to cook? Your cookbooks are packed.
Oh,
I left out the important ones. Don't worry, Mike.
Oh, okay, good.
there's still a few not packed.
Weeb said I can use either one.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll use one of them then.
That's what I'm doing.
So the place you're moving, is it like legit this time, or is it a scam? Did we check it
Oh,
out?
this one's legitimate. This one,
Same landlord we have now,
Oh, cool.
but not in the ghetto.
Cool.
and it has a
Nice.
dishwasher because we are grown-ups.
Ooh.
And
A laundry machine.
isn't that what they call them?
Uh-huh.
Look at that, I can edit the...
I'm trying to edit the date. And I finished doing my Instagram.
There we go. I think. I don't know if it'll update over on gun channels or not, or for anybody else, but or us even. We'll see. All right, so let me throw it over to you, Erica. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your news topic for tonight?
Okay. So, anybody else see that there was a missing Egypt airplane today? Anybody catch that?
Yeah, my phone dinged about it, but I never saw anything else about it.
Okay, so today an Egypt airplane apparently plunged into the Mediterranean with 66 people on board. It was flying from Paris to Cairo, and it vanished from the radar screens. They are not really sure why. At least this is from Yahoo News, the article that I have. And at the point that I pulled this up, they're not sure what has happened. There's suspecting terrorist attack, but that's kind of like they're just throwing that out there. They said it's a likely thing that could have happened.
Trump tweeted right away that it was terrorism, so it must be.
So it must be terrorism.
We've got to secure our borders.
No.
So they're trying to intensify the search. Nothing has been recovered yet, but they're thinking. I guess there was some debris that was found close to the area where the jet went down, but it did not come from a plane. So that's helpful. No.
Just random trash in the ocean.
Just random shit in the ocean. There was no. The other thing that they want to know is I guess the plane swerved a couple times. They saw on the radar, like it took like some really sudden turns to the right and left, and then there was nothing from the pilots. No distress call. Nothing about engine problems or turbulence, anything like that. So they're really obviously wondering what's going on. So we're
Maybe they flew through the Bermuda Triangle.
maybe not like
Between Paris and Egypt.
Paris or Cairo,
Yeah, but maybe went out of the way.
all
think
the
it
way.
was- I think it was e-cigarettes.
E-cigarettes.
Yeah.
I think they got a dog ice there first.
No, I was on the way home today. I was listening to the radio, and they were saying that basically they know that the plane plummeted 25,000 feet in about 8 seconds,
Ooh, nice.
and they don't know much else about why. They said the plane didn't break up midair; it just literally dropped out of the sky.
That was fun.
It was so good. So good.
That was
There's a little dance party that we could have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
that
heard
was-
the same thing. I heard the same thing Ryan heard, that it did like a 360 and then just plummeted.
Yeah.
Airbuses don't do 360s.
No.
No,
I don't-
and they were talking on NPR to a pilot who has a lot of experience with that same aircraft, and he said they're super dependable, they're super reliable, there's no reason that plane would have just dropped.
No. Yeah.
But not to speculate, that is a part of the world that planes
Yeah.
do get knocked down over.
It's not a great area right now. There's a lot going on.
there's a lot going on in Egypt and France.
Yes.
Wasn't there a bunch of riots in France today too?
Probably.
There were, but the it's the French police, I want to say, that are upset with their pay and other such things.
The police are rioting. Sweet.
Oh,
Nice.
no, I thought there was a bunch of hoodlums and stuff breaking police cars.
No, the police are the hoodlums breaking police cars.
No.
The French riot much easier than we do.
Oh.
They rioted a couple of years ago because there was too many minerals in their drinking water.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, the people of Flint, Michigan could take a lesson.
Yes, they should probably riot.
Yeah, they definitely should riot.
Oh, they burned a Porsche.
What?
Damn French.
Who cares about Porsche?
Like a good kind of Porsche or like one of the crappy models?
No, it looks nice.
It depends on what model, if I'm going to be offended or not.
Well, you know.
Did you guys see that machete attack?
Yeah, local.
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
I heard about it. What?
I saw the video. It's
I was a year-round athlete. In school,
Shut the
I got
fuck
pretty
up.
good grades.
You get good grades, Mike?
No.
Yeah, if anybody's listening, they search machete attack Rochester, New York.
Yeah, that's what I
This
just.
this guy had some balls who attacked him, and it looked like he had some nice jiu-jitsu skills. He went right and he handled him pretty well.
I had shared it on Facebook and it got mysteriously removed.
really.
Yeah, there were a bunch of good commentary about people concealed carry, what they would have done, and then it disappeared.
Someone was offended.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't get any.
Did you get
flags.
anything
No,
that said like?
I got nothing from Facebook saying something was wrong with it. So.
Did you try and post it again?
Facebook has been in the news lately for pushing things down that don't align with their political views.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
According to Facebook.
They deny that.
I think what's crazy is like people were all there filming it instead of calling the police.
Well, that's what you do. You got to make sure you have a good MySpace angle, Instagram angle, Facey Space,
Yeah.
Twitter, Snapchat angle,
Where everybody yelling "World Star,"
and then
What a
go in
meerkat.
and say,
meerkat it. Yeah. It didn't last very long, and the video was like titled "gory" and stuff. But I watched it. The dude's hand was bloody, but it didn't.
I mean, they showed it on the news last night.
Yeah, they didn't
wasn't
chop
that-
his arm off or anything.
Why did this happen? What like?
Because he broke his DVD player.
The dude with the machete went up to the other guy trying to sell him a DVD player.
Okay.
And supposedly the guy were yelling at each other, and then I think you're right, Andy. I think the dude broke it, and
Yeah.
then he grabbed his machete demanding money.
How much does a stolen DVD player go for these days? It's got to be like $10, right?
Yeah.
The
You can go
one
out
that I was
and-
offered at the laundromat last week was $15.
This is
Did it have like on it?
Did you get it?
No. You got to be real careful about which laundromats you go to around here.
what?
Is that a puss up in your lap?
No.
When was the last time you used your DVD player?
Would I use what?
Your DVD player.
I haven't. Only I guess the kids watch something, but that's it.
No, they have the PS.
They do, but I mean, they watched it on my Xbox once.
Yeah, like a standalone DVD player. I haven't had one
No,
Standalone
it's been forever.
ever.
We used ours recently. We took it out of the box and plugged it in recently.
You probably have
for
a record
Watch-
player too.
watch-
Hipsters.
We owned the DVD player for 3 years before we plugged it in.
When did you plug in your Laserdisc?
It's pretty easy. It syncs up with our TV.
But yeah, we plugged it in to watch the original cut of Star Wars.
I don't know why. I would like Start asking them what kind of features it has, and then just walk away. Then machete it back.
They get pretty pushy.
Yeah.
They get really pushy to buy their bootleg rap CDs and
We got that
stolen
in New York
equipment.
That's real
They
popular.
are.
Yeah.
I had a guy today offer to sell me a winning lottery ticket, a scratch-off ticket. He goes, "This is a winner. For $3, I'll give it to you."
You didn't buy it?
It's a $2 winner.
It's a $2 winner for $3. I'll sell it to you.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. If you guys want to be sold some really good deals, go do your laundry on Monroe in the middle of a Thursday afternoon.
So here's the question. He's trying that. Has it worked before?
Apparently, I don't know.
Were you? Well, the question is, were you the first person he tried it on?
He offered me a cigarette to sweeten the deal.
Ooh, $3. You got a lotto ticket and a cigarette. One Lucy?
One Lucy.
Was it a menthol?
No idea. I do know that it was loose in his pocket.
Oh. Who knows where he got it? Probably a roofie rigorette.
Oh.
With a little bit of pocket with it.
Yeah. Well, the other sad news is we're missing the NRA show right now.
I haven't been in
Starts tomorrow.
2 years.
No, I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the people. A little sad I won't be there to see some of the businesses that we do business with, but way too much going on right now.
Is it similar to like SHOT Show, or is it different?
It's smaller, different vibe.
You can sell.
I was going to say, you can sell at NRA show, can't you?
You can. The booths can sell direct.
A lot of open carries.
Yeah, there's a lot of public, like, NRA people. I don't know how to be nice about it.
That's actually the whole state of Kentucky. It's in Kentucky, right?
A lot of Wayne LaPierre.
Kentucky this year, but, like...
That is what the whole state of Kentucky is like.
The entire collection of, like, those little lapel pins is there. Like, in the world,
yeah.
the entire collection.
Oh.
We all owe. Perfect description, Mike.
Yeah.
Must be great for people watching.
It is. Between the lapel pins and the rascals,
Oh, I love the rap.
and it's the age limit's much younger, so there's people walking with their kids.
Which I think is cool.
It's okay.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'm nervous to bring my kids to a big convention like that, only because there's so many people. You know.
They're just gonna wander off.
You think that someone's going to, like, snatch and grab your kid? Like,
Yeah, or they're gonna touch and grab something, knock it over.
That's how you watch your kids.
No, I know, but I guess there's not a lot of people watching your kids. You're just gonna drag them through these shows.
So it's a lot
My
of
thing would be
dads dragging their kids to these shows.
Yeah, or the dad's showing the mom something, and the kids are like,
Twirling around.
yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
I would be more concerned with like after 2 hours.
It's like Disney World.
Yeah. Like the parents want to be there for 8 hours, but the kids only have like 2 hours of energy.
That's probably pretty accurate. You know,
Actually, pretty much describes me at SHOT Show.
Yeah, I'm right there.
they have seminars and dinners and things you can go to with that. That seems more social, I suppose.
Which do you like more, SHOT Show or NRA?
SHOT Show.
Yeah, probably SHOT Show.
Katie, that patch picture is amazing.
That's hilarious.
Go to Gun Channels and see the picture I posted up about who you're going to see at the NRA show.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Holy cow.
And like they're not even morale patches. Like
That's funny.
Knives. Interesting.
How can you invest like that?
yeah, how can you have that many patches and not even have one infidel patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
can't
no,
the other
there's-
side.
No, that guy does not have an infidel patch. He's probably got like 15 NRA life member patches.
You will find the guys that will wear an American flag as a shirt.
I don't like when people do that.
Why not? You know?
I don't know.
Girls can wear the bikinis.
I actually don't like that either.
I'm not saying I like it.
I definitely think they should take it right off.
Like I don't not like it enough to like criticize somebody for it, but I would personally not do it.
Your dad
It's
does.
amazing how much I notice other countries when, like, you go to Canada or something. It's amazing how much I notice the Canadian flag out there so much, but I don't really notice it that much here when all the U.S. flags.
Yeah.
Because we put flags on everything. Other countries don't do their flags as
No.
hardcore as we do.
Nope.
America.
Hell yeah. Mike, can we talk about your mom?
Yeah. Yeah. So she posts on Facebook today that she had her first garbage plate in the 30-plus years that she lives here in Rochester.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. Because, like, not that people come for garbage plates and stay for
No, they stay for garbage.
the
plates.
garbage, but
Life. I can't believe she's never had one, but it's, I mean, they're a buttload of calories, and they're super not really all that healthy, so...
What are you talking about?
Not all of that healthy. They're not even close to healthy.
that I don't know. I don't know.
Hot sauce,
Well, you know,
Meat.
you got 2 cheeseburgers,
burgers, dogs.
mac salad, home fries, and meat sauce, mustard, onyons.
All divided up into 3 portions, right? No,
All
slapped
just
all together.
Filled
And
into
then-
a styrofoam container.
And then let's add 2 pieces of white bread on top
They
of it.
do give you 2 pieces of white
With
bread
butter.
and butter.
With butter.
I went to Tahoe's at the very beginning of my RIT experience with a group of students, RIT students who had never had a garbage plate, and one of the girls ordered a vegetarian garbage plate, and I'm not exaggerating when I said she got a pile of home fries with mustard and onions on
Yeah.
That's funny.
it.
Did your mom like it?
She said she liked it. They got a cheeseburger and shaved steak.
Interesting.
You can't not like it.
No, I mean it's delicious.
Grease on top of carbs.
I was going to say, was she drunk at least?
No, not my mom. Brad, you're from Boston. Have you had a garbage plate?
Yeah, like the 3rd week I was here, I had one.
Exactly.
See? That's how you,
Fairport Huts.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, which one did they go to?
They went to a new one in Masson. They didn't even go to like a typical
They
hot
didn't go to like the
Oh.
like
go to
Tahoe's.
Tahoe's either.
But even, like, there are classic places around here that do really good. Henrietta Hots does a really good plate.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, Dogtown actually does a good plate.
Love Dogtowns. Their home fries are excellent.
Everything Dogtown makes.
Yeah.
Empire Hots is classic too. I would put them up
Yep.
with Fairport and Henrietta. And then the Webster Hots one, we just started going for a while. They actually do a good plate.
Wimpy's on the west side.
We live in a city where every place you can't find a single decent Mexican restaurant in this city, but you can find 25 different garbage plates.
Hots places.
Erica and I went to Los Galos for Cinco de Mayo, and the food was very good. The service was awful.
There was
Hmm.
poor.
Yeah,
Our favorite
so
place in Henrietta closed.
I know. I'm so upset.
My dad actually came into work to tell me that.
That's how upset you were. He knew you were going to be that upset.
Bad, no. Because we lived in Arizona, so we got hooked on good Mexican food. And
Yeah.
for some reason, Rochester does not appreciate Mexican food.
I'll have to take you guys to Maria's in Webster. It's actually pretty decent.
No, what about Monte Alban?
Monte Alban's
Monte
good.
Alban.
I love Monte Alban
Yeah.
for nothing more than their gigantic $5 beers.
Yeah, the Dos Equis makes them up.
The Dos Equis, and now Monte Alban, I think, does the make the guacamole right at your table, and it comes out really good.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's nice.
So, but Maria's does a good job too. I think it's a little smaller. What do you want to say? A little smaller, closer feel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good. Hey Glenn,
Yes.
I found a guy and an entire website dedicated to building, like scale tanks that you can ride in.
Like, are we getting AR 500 armor to spot?
I mean, we could, but I'm just thinking we could get them and drive them. It's got a little 4-stroke Briggs & Stratton in it. It looks
Really?
like a shit ton of work, though.
I mean, it's a tank.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind doing all the work and me supervising, I think this is a great project.
Okay, I'll do it. Only if I get to drive.
All right, can I be the
You
gunner?
might have to build it a little bit bigger for me.
All right. Well, it's got to fit both of us in it, like with both of our heads sticking out of it.
Well, then we have to get leather caps and goggles.
Obviously.
Put a little bird in it so you can spin. What's the website?
What's the what?
What's the website?
Scaled, SCALED tanks.com. I found it by Googling giant tank. Or no. Build, how to build a tank. I'm definitely on some list after the stuff I was Googling today.
Oh, we're on so many lists, they won't even know what to do with us.
Yeah, Glenn and I have decided also that we want to partake in a adult extracurricular science class.
Yeah, practical chemistry experiments.
Right, we want to do chemistry again.
Yeah, I want to throw sodium in the water.
Yeah,
Chemistry would be your choice, not like biology.
No, chemistry's fun.
chemistry is awesome.
Chemistry is not fun. I had to take a lot of chemistry for college. It's not fun.
But biology is reliant on chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like AP chemistry was my absolute favorite class from high school.
I hated chemistry.
I cheated my way through chemistry.
It's a lot of math.
It's a lot of math, and it's a lot of like just trusting that what someone says is the truth.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Like I can't put hydrogen and oxygen together, but I trust that it becomes water somehow.
You can. You run electrical current through it, and it separates out, and you can collect them in the different places.
Yep, and then you put it back together and light a flare, and it, boom, makes water.
Water vapor comes out.
Or
That's why it rains when the space shuttle takes off.
or I can cheat and just get my A and be on my merry way.
Yes.
Plus, I always wanted one of those black stone like science desk tables that you had in school.
Oh yeah. And I want to wear a rubber apron.
And nothing else.
No, nothing else. It will film from behind.
Shave your entire body, rubber apron, film from behind.
You'll
This
look like
would be the
Beyonce at
best.
the Met Ball.
This will be the best YouTube channel ever. Without millions of people. So,
Rubber apron.
what do you wanted to rant about vegans, right?
Well, one that makes me think of that video that you.
The video we played today.
That was a great video.
Yeah, the meat eaters. The guy just holding the meat.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
It's
it was hilarious. But that got you riled up about people that don't want to have kids are kind of the same thing.
Well, I feel like they're the new vegans. All
Yeah.
I hear or see lately is like people that either that they're sorry, Glenn and Leah, I don't really group you into this. I don't post it on Facebook, but constantly there's just friends of mine that post on Facebook. Oh my gosh, science says that you people with kids are miserable and you hate each other 10 times more than I hate my significant other. So my relationship is so much better than yours. Science proved
Wait.
it.
I feel like biology, back to biology, says that is not true.
Wait, so they're
Science
judging that
proved
their
it.
relationship is better because they hate their spouse less than you hate
Yes.
your spouse?
Yes, and I hate my spouse because I have kids. My life is worse than theirs by 10 times because of kids. Science proved.
Yeah, I was gonna say 10 times sounds like a scientific fact. I won't challenge.
Who do you challenge for science?
Scientists.
Science, there's just rant over and over. And I have a theory about this
That they're actually fucking miserable.
Well, it's kind of like, and tell me if I'm wrong, please tell me, but this is just my theory. It's like the girl that's like, I'm never getting married. Getting married is stupid. Don't ask me to get married. I'm saying no. She's
The
really,
single girl that hasn't had a boyfriend in 10 years.
or she has a boyfriend. She's had a boyfriend for 5 years, and he won't ask her because maybe he's just not into you, bro.
I have a hard time with this one because, like you said, we don't have kids. We've chosen to have 100,000 pets in a world full of dog hair and not kids.
That cat hates Glenn.
Sometimes I come into the room and he's just holding her and looking her in the eye and like talking very seriously to her.
I have 30 seconds of uninterrupted eye contact.
Right, yeah. And it's our choice not to have kids. But on the other side of it, my family doesn't. Oh, for our wedding, we got baby gifts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which was almost 10 years ago.
Oof.
And we to this day, and I feel like it's not anyone's business whether I choose to have kids or not.
I agree with that.
Not
That's
anyone's business if you choose not to have kids. I don't give a fuck what you think about having kids. My own decision.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I guess what I'm saying is that a lot of that now is like, hey, you know that I do CrossFit? You want to know how I don't? That this person does CrossFit? They tell me every fucking day that they do CrossFit, okay? It's the same thing with people who now don't have kids. My life is so much better because I literally can just bend him over right now and just take him, just right now. And you can't do that because you have kids. And your relationship is 10 times worse because of that.
Because obviously you guys hate each
I
other.
get so many toys because I don't have kids.
You know, dogs will prevent you from bending someone over the kitchen table way before kids will.
Yeah, they'll definitely try to sniff your butt.
Because like kids, you could put in the other room and they'll stay in the other room. Dogs will just come lick your butthole.
I
Like
with anyone who pushes their views on other people, whether it's kids or your choice to eat vegan or
Bacon.
your choice to have a fucking Prius, I don't give a shit.
Well, the Prius is taking it a little far.
Don't
Not so crazy.
don't push your views. Or the guy at the bar who decided to inform me of why Donald Trump is going to be a great president.
Nah.
And I looked at him and I said, do you understand that I am a woman? He is not going to be a great president for me.
Yeah. Yeah, as much as
You guys should just vote for Hillary because you want a woman
don't
so
start
bad.
with that. She's
I mean,
well, I think she's honestly more.
Like,
She scares the shit out of me. She's just plain evil. She's literally plain horrid evil in one single person.
Yeah.
She's Professor Umbridge.
She's Skeletor. Yes. Professor Umbridge. I think Skeletor's nicer than she is. So I'm sorry.
So you're
Skeletor.
feeling the burn then.
No. I'm not into idiots. Okay.
Imagine that dude talking to Vladimir Putin.
Oh.
The dude with the boot. I want the guy with the boot. The guy that wears the boot on the head.
what are you talking about?
What?
There's a guy running for president that always runs as an independent.
Is the rent too high?
He wears a boot on his head.
Does he run in like one state?
Maybe. President with a
Oh yeah, a Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme.
Okay. All right. You know what? He's got balls enough to wear a boot on his head.
He's promising everybody that you get a free pony.
pony.
I want a pony. Give me
Oh
the
my
pony.
god, you got my vote.
There's not enough ponies to go around.
We'll make more ponies.
Got over 240 votes in the New Hampshire primary.
Ow!
So if
I'd vote for him.
You didn't vote in the primary.
No, I didn't. Doesn't matter for New York. One other thing I wanted to tell you guys that I discovered today. I could buy stocks from Amazon and throw them out after every day. New socks every day.
You can do that and buy them from anywhere.
Yeah,
Why does it
but
have to be Amazon?
Me and Mike were talking about it today.
yeah,
I was thinking about it later, though. I think you could go to Costco and get them for even cheaper than you can get them on Amazon.
you might. These were $8.95 on Prime for 12 packs. So we did the math, and it came out to $302.95 to have a per year to have a brand new pair of socks every day.
Well, how much does it cost for me to wash them?
That was the second thing we brought up. Was if we figured that out, it's even more cost effective to do that.
Well, it might be if it's less.
But you can donate the socks afterwards and write them off your taxes.
You're not going to donate them
Why not?
because you're lazy.
I can keep my wiener warm with them.
But the point is, you can wear a brand new pair of socks every single day, and that's an amazing feeling.
When I was a kid, I remember very specifically the rumor that Britney Spears wore a brand new pair of underwear every day.
Would you wear brand new underwear?
Fuck yes. Absolutely. I would wear a whole brand new outfit every day.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive than $300. $300, like, that's an achievable luxury.
I feel like there are much better things we could spend $300 on.
I don't know. Fresh socks every day would be pretty awesome.
What about, like, when you're feeling sandals?
Ooh.
And I get a free pair of socks at the end of the year.
Right.
So you
You got
those.
leftovers for all your sandal days.
Bonus socks.
Right. Odin snoring behind us?
Yes.
All right, then. Oh, all right. Oh, and the last bit of ramblings here is that Ford is re-releasing the Ford Ranger, making all of Glenn's dreams come true.
The Ford Ranger's like my favorite pickup truck because I like the little pickup truck.
I drive an 81 Honda. How dare you?
I had a Ford Ranger with a Flowmaster and a gigantic dragon thing on the hood.
Damn.
And that was my favorite car ever. If I could get that truck back, I would drive that truck all day long.
It had a Flowmaster exhaust, which was...
It did. It was loud. It was large and in charge, that little truck.
My
Yeah, it
car's
was-
loud right now. It's got this weird sound coming from the back area.
Flowmaster bearings.
Yeah.
Master,
My rotors. Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
special kind.
you gotta fix those.
Yeah,
How's your rum tonight? You drinking rum?
I am.
What's everybody drinking? So, you got,
Rum, apparently.
yeah, is it rum night?
Rum night.
Rum and penis night.
Erica's drinking rum. I'm stealing Erica's rum. Glenn wrote down he's drinking Sailor Jerry's and penis juice.
It thickens the drink.
Oh, God.
I think you have to probably like keep moving it though, right? Or else it will.
Yeah, it separates out, so you got to shake it up every once in a while.
That's disgusting.
I do that with my balls.
It's nice and cloudy.
Oh, Glenn.
Leah, how's the lilac gin?
It's good. It's floral.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, it's from Black.
Black, for those of you, again, sorry to go back to the Rochester thing, who are not from around here, Rochester, and I won't get into the full history of it, although if any of you are interested in the full history of Rochester's lilac collection, I will be happy to inform you. Rochester is the flower city. We have the world's largest collection of lilacs. And this time of year is obviously when the lilacs are in bloom, and one of our local distillers, in an effort to celebrate our lilacs, came up with this lilac gin. And I'm a huge gin fan, and I'm a huge anything with flowers in it fan, so I bought a few bottles. It's a lovely purple color, and it tastes like flowers, and it makes me happy.
Is it
So
really?
that's the story.
Is it actually like good?
It is. It's really good. Black Button Distilling makes really good liquor to begin with. And this is, it's, the best way I can describe it is if you've ever had like a hibiscus tea or a flower tea,
Yeah.
it's very similar to that, just with gin taste on top of it. Or even maybe like a Hendrix gin, which is a very like floral, herbal gin. It's like that, but with the the taste of flowers.
Does it taste like soap? That's what I'm picturing.
A little.
Soap.
Yeah, a little soapy. Yep.
Smell like.
The smell of lilacs. That's what it tastes like.
Oh,
It
I
smells
hate the
really
smell of
good.
lilacs.
I don't really like gin, but it smells delicious.
And it's like a lovely light purple color. And it's a very high quality gin to begin with because Black Button Distillery is a really, really good distillery. But yeah, it's a nice, and I mean gin. The way they make gin is that part of it is it's a botanical liquor, and so they use the lilacs instead of the usual juniper and other additives that they put in gin.
Interesting. I'll have to try it.
It's a nice little celebration of Rochester.
Yeah.
What about Andy?
Robbie says it's like eating soap.
It's not far off, honestly.
Good soap.
Good soap.
Ours
Quality,
is supposed to taste like gasoline.
quality soap.
Andy, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Evan Williams bourbon because I wish I was at the NRA show,
Yeah.
and that's where Evan Williams is close to, in my new Yeti Lowball.
Nice.
We could have stopped at so many good distilleries when we went down. If we went down.
Actually, last year when we went to Tennessee, my wife and I stopped at Evan Williams on the way back.
Yeah, we stopped. I stopped at 1792. I went down with Andrew. Cool. All right. Well, let's get right into talking with Brad here. So, Brad, you are from EMS Tactical. Why don't you give us a little background on your company and yourself, and tell us a little about all what you do?
Yeah, sure. So, EMS Tactical Group, we're a relatively new startup, just trying to get some traction in the area here. I got 25 years in EMS, 17 of those as a paramedic. I do a lot of tactical medical instruction with a great bunch of guys down from New York City. And I decided that maybe we should start bringing this towards the concealed carry permit holder. Start teaching people how to better treat what we call the 3 most common preventable causes of death, which is extremity hemorrhage, tension pneumothorax, and airway obstruction. We focus predominantly on the extremity hemorrhage, which is 60% of the fatality rate. Battlefield fatality is extremity hemorrhage. And tourniquets have gotten so popular now, everybody seems to be carrying a cat tourniquet or a tourniquet of some sort. You know, it seems that when you ask people who are carrying them, hey, put that tourniquet on, they either have it in the plastic or they bumble or they don't know how to do it. So let's decided let's bring this to start in the Rochester area, bring it out, and see if we can start teaching people how to take care of themselves if they find themselves in a situation where they need to control life-threatening bleeding. And it was great. I did our first class on this particular topic last week at your shop, and it went really well. We got some good results and got a lot of positive feedback, so looking to do many, many more. And,
Do you see yourself expanding more into products as well, or mostly just the training side of it?
I'm going to stick to the education, the training stuff. I think the product market is, I had looked at it. I was actually looking at, one of the things that frustrates me is a lot of the commercial tourniquet holders that are available. I carry a tourniquet every day at work, and I don't know, I've just never really been happy with any of them. And I kind of dabbled in coming up with my own tourniquet holder, but the market's so saturated. I think just teaching people how to use this plethora of equipment that's out there is probably the better way to go. So,
Sure.
And that's where my passion lies. You know, emergency medicine and education seem to go hand in hand for me. So,
How hard do you think it is for the general shooter to be able to learn the basics and learn what they need to, or I guess tell me what the minimum they should learn just as a concealed carry holder, and where can they go from there?
I think everybody should learn how to use a tourniquet appropriately, not just buy one and watch a video on YouTube, and practice with that tourniquet just like you would dry fire in your handgun, for instance, or getting some trigger time in or something like that. There's other techniques that are, wound packing and bandaging, which seems kind of simple, but I find when we teach it to people, they're a little amazed at what actually is all involved. And then just learning about the injuries and how devastating they can be, and also how some injuries that look absolutely devastating are really not that bad at all. I think, so it's going back to your original question, I think tourniquet use is probably the most important thing. And it's not just for, I mean, if you're a concealed carry permit holder, that's awesome, have it. But, and if you shoot somebody or somebody shoots you or something like that, you can apply it yourself. But also, driving down 490 and you come across an MVA, guy high-sided on his bike or something, and you stop, you can throw that tourniquet on and make a huge difference. I mean, you're looking at, if you lacerate your femoral artery, which is the one in your leg, you bleed out in about 3 to 5 minutes. You bleed out. So
yeah, that's a scary thought. I wish I would have had a chance to sit in on the class. Next time you're hosting it again in June, right? Or we're hosting
June 16th at your shop at 6 p.m. It's 2.5 hours, and it's $40. I think it's a great.
I think I'll make Glenn watch the shop that night so I can sit in on this event.
Yeah, have a good time. And those, you were alluding to or asking how difficult it is for people to learn the skills that don't necessarily have the skills. And the folks that were in that class, with the exception of one guy who was an EMT, really first-timers. And I think they came out, and based on the survey results I got back, they felt like they learned a lot. And one guy's going to actually expand it to his family and teach his family how to use tourniquets and actually ask for the material. And I have no issue once you take the class, you want the material. Share it off. I think it's great. Spread the wealth.
Yeah. What was I going to ask? Gosh, I had that off the top of my head. What's the price of the classes for people to get into it? I think it's $40.
Yeah, it's $40. You can either cash or check, pay at the class, not a problem. There's really no size limit for the class that we're having, and we have to go through some slides. The program is actually the foundation of the program. It's actually two. I call it civilian trauma care and bleeding control for the injured. The civilian trauma care is something that I kind of put together, and that's my curriculum. And then BCON, or bleeding control, is a program by the National Association of EMTs, and I'm an instructor with those folks. So this is something that they are encouraging all their instructors to teach, and that covers the tourniquet use. And the wound packing and things like that. So we go through the slides. Try not to focus too much on the PowerPoints because I don't know, I hate teaching people by PowerPoint. And we get down on the floor. We do a lot of hands-on stuff. And we'll throw in a couple of scenarios that maybe you're not expecting to. So.
Do you see people needing to take a CPR type class still, or is it more important now for bleeding control?
I think it's probably hand in hand, because it depends where you are and depending on the venue. I mean, you can come across somebody that is in sudden cardiac arrest and save their life by doing CPR, correct CPR, or you could come across somebody that's bleeding out and save their life by controlling their hemorrhaging. And I think you probably have a better chance. If you put a group of people together, you have a better chance of finding people that are more comfortable in CPR than bleeding management. So I'm eventually looking to integrate into some other classes that I'm doing, maybe some range officer classes, and we're going to integrate American Heart Association's adult CPR into those classes, so people can get certified in it and learn all the bleeding control and some other stuff. But for the bleeding stuff, I think that's the most important thing to push out right now for me. I still highly recommend American Heart, and even Red Cross. All their CPR stuff is definitely critically important for people to get. And
I think it would actually be pretty cool to integrate your bleeding control class with maybe one of my defensive pistol classes, or a combative carbine class, or our carbine 1 class, just our basic carbine. Or basic handgun class, so that they're getting actual shooting time, they're getting knowledge, and then at the same time we're like, hey, this is extremely important, and we want you guys to take this as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of the big trainers are starting to do that stuff. I don't know if Pincus is doing it yet or not, but I know some of the big guys are definitely starting to integrate the tourniquet training. And 60% is that extremity hemorrhage of preventable battlefield death, or I'm sorry, battlefield death is 60% of extremity hemorrhage. But there's also tension pneumothorax, which basically is you get shot in the chest. It's that traditional sucking chest wound type thing, and 33% of people are actually dying from that. Now there's some more advanced skills that are needed to treat that, but the average civilian can do some pretty basic maneuvers, such as putting a chest seal on and things like that. And I mean, the basic class that we teach at your shop, that isn't included, but I think integrating that up to that level, maybe in a carbine class or handgun class, would be spectacular. I mean, because this stuff, I mean, you get a negligent discharge and you cap yourself in the leg or something, I mean, you want to be able to treat yourself or treat somebody else. And, Andy and I were talking about it the other day, is we're at the range and we see somebody carrying a tourniquet, and you go up to them and you say, hey, put your tourniquet on, you just got shot. And they either look at you crazy or they decide they want to try it and they fumble with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if you were like in a public bathroom and shot yourself?
Right.
And had to put on your tourniquet, and you hadn't even finished wiping yet.
Right, exactly. Now your wound would be bloody and contaminated. So,
Right, that'd be awful. So,
right. But you can pack it with the toilet paper. That's okay.
So the best way to get a hold of you is to check out your website, emstac.com, right? You're working on a Facebook and you're working on social media.
Yeah, so emstac.com is the website. There's a bunch of different links, or email addresses, phone numbers, stuff there.
Yep. You have Twitter and an Instagram already.
Yeah.
EMS Tac Group and EMS Tac Group for both.
Right, correct. And I am, as we speak, working on getting I'm a little late on the Facebook stuff. It's just been really busy. So getting the Facebook page up, and I'll probably tweet that out as soon as it's up and running, and we'll get it going.
Very cool. And if they want to get a hold of you for any more information on the class or just have questions, the contact info on your website?
Yeah, or you can just do Brad at emstacgroup.com, or I'm sorry, at emstac.com, or you could do education at emstac.com.
Okay, cool. Andy, any other questions for Brad?
Other than that class, how about other classes you'd recommend? Would you recommend like the TCCC for just the average Joe, or? So
TCCC, it's tough to get in that class as just the average Joe. You could take the class. It's really difficult because it's geared more for the EMS professional, or it was geared for, I mean, they were kind of wanted law enforcement folks to take that, but now we have one that's called TCCC LEFR, which is law enforcement first responder, which is specifically for police officers. But people can definitely take, they can certainly take TECC, which is Tactical Emergency Casualty Care. You don't necessarily have to be an EMS provider or a firefighter or a first responder to take that class. The civilian can take that class. We're actually doing one in June down in Westchester County at the Verplantic Fire Department, and the information's on my website if anybody wants to go. And then we're doing an optional cadaver lab with that class too, so if people aren't squeamish, they could definitely check that out, because we're going to go over injury patterns and what you could expect to see and things like that. So, and then I'm going to add some more. We'll definitely do some more. I think the next one I really want to do is get stuff for more of a range officer that covers not only the gross injuries, but burns, bites, stings, twisted ankles, things like that. That and I'll teach in a class or being a range officer all day at a civilian range, you might come across.
Sure. Yeah, and I've actually taught range, the RSO classes for the NRA stuff, and there's very, very little medical. There's no medical in it at all, and they tell you to call. So having your additional information as part of something like that, I think, would be very valuable.
Yeah, it saves lives, and that's, I mean, ultimately, it's kind of cliche, but that's one of the first things we learn. And we're taught when we start in our medical training, and I as a paramedic, was do no harm. And that's the thing. It's nice to make a few bucks doing it, but I'm more interested in getting that knowledge out there so people can just survive. God forbid something happens to them.
In the chat room, Dave, I don't know who this Dave guy is. Dave says people bypass pressure points and go right to the tourniquet nowadays. What do you think about that?
So national curriculum for EMT training, pressure points and elevation has actually been removed from the EMT curriculum. So they're not actually teaching that anymore. I demonstrated a technique that I still like when applying a tourniquet on a femoral artery, and that's to go for the femoral artery with your knee and
thank you
that.
for that.
Yes, I know. You appreciate that. It was really, there's not much there, so it probably wasn't a big deal, right? But you can certainly still do pressure points, and you can still do elevation, but the national education, it doesn't really include that anymore. I know some instructors are still including it, but
yeah, well,
honestly,
one thing that we were talking about, like active shooter scenes or under fire shoot, things like that, and definitely during those times, I would go right for a tourniquet, throw it on, and keep in the fight or keep out of the fight, whichever you can do, because pressure point's great if you can keep that pressure and just keep it there. I mean, not let go. You have to keep that pressure point. If the bleeding's not bad, I mean, we go through different types of bleeding, arterial and venous. And
excellent.
Hi, Mike.
My bad.
Our YouTube video coming up probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, the things we talk about, active shooter situations, throwing a tourniquet on now, I think is the best option, especially in our area, which we have trauma hospital a mile and a quarter down the road. It's the way to go right now.
Right.
But you gotta practice and you gotta know what you're doing. You can't just buy a tourniquet and think that if the time comes, I'll be able to figure it out, because that's not true.
Right.
Most of God.
Well, no, most of what we're teaching in the class, as you know, is the stuff that we consider as care under fire.
Yeah.
And so basically you're getting shot at, or there's a threat, or you're involved in an active shooter somewhere and you don't know where the hostile is, and that's basically all you do. Is that tourniquet is the only thing required. And then you have the next phase, which they call tactical field care, which is where you get into the bandaging, and you could try your pressure points at that point, or elevation, certainly give it a whirl. But most of the stuff we teach is, okay, I'm being shot at, or something like that, and I need to get this tourniquet on because I just got shot, or my buddy just got shot, and I need to get back in the fight.
That's our next class, is a 100% care under fire class, just scenario after scenario, and let me shoot people with airsoft guns and sims.
Good. We'll get some smoke, get our hands on some smoke grenades. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, that sounds good. So once again, EMSTac.com.
Correct.
And you can email Brad at emstac.com, or hit him up on Facebook or Instagram, EMS Tac Group, right?
Twitter and Instagram. Facebook will be EMS Tactical Group when it's all done. So it's up. You can actually go to it right now. I just finished it, but there's no content. So you just go there and see the link.
You look for that and like Brad's page on there also. And we really appreciate you being on the show. I hope people got some good information out of it. And if you're interested in the classes, or you're in the area or going to be close, let us know. We'll get you in one of these classes.
Thanks, Mike.
No, thanks for coming on, for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to throw it over to Glenn. Glenn's the only one with guns and gear for tonight. So, Glenn, what do you got?
I got I saw an article about this new device they're coming out. We talked about dry fire maybe a month, and how we use that to practice with handguns and all that stuff. But there's new.
What is wrong with Glenn?
Leah keeps muting him.
Yeah.
I'm not muting anything. I'm
Stop it.
Typing and
Stop it, Leah.
That's why I told you to stop.
You know what?
Anyway, so I'll put the link up on Gun Channels, but this small guy is coming out. He came out with this product. You clip on the front of your rifle scope, and it makes your rifle scope focus at about 10 to 15 feet. So you can actually dry fire with like your full power rifle scope indoors in your living room or in your house. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, let's totally encourage people to fire their rifles inside of their houses.
Dry fire is a great thing. we dry fire with our red dots. We dry fire with our handguns all the time. When I was in the Marine Corps, we used to do what we call snap in, where they put a barrel with little targets on it 40 yards away, and we literally sit there for 8 hours and dry fire at it. But this device lets your scope actually focus at a close object, so you can put a little target on your wall and focus.
Macro scope.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a macro lens attachment for your scope. I thought it was kind of cool. It's $60. The guy doesn't have a website yet, but the link I'm going to put up is from the Firearm blog, and he's got the contact information there, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought it was a nifty, cool thing that's coming out.
Let me just do it.
What is she doing?
I'm trying to put the link, and she just says that I can't.
Oh, you're not allowed to copy paste.
It's basically a snap-on lens cover that tweaks your scope so that you can focus on a closer object and actually dry fire with your hunting rifle or your precision rifle.
Did you say how much it is, or?
$60.
What?
Not super cheap, but it's
$60.
Do you have to take your scope off of your gun and like install it, or
Nope.
is it just like it pops on?
It pops on like a scope cover.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, but you can now use your $2,000 rifle scope to snap in inside.
It's kind of cool.
For $60 sounds like a lot of money, but when you talk about precision rifles, it's really not that much money.
But it looks like if it snaps on the front, you got to get one based on I'm on the page looking through what Glenn is talking about. So
I gotta say though, Dave says that he can do that with his Wegmans reading glasses, and I know my mom loves her Wegmans reading glasses.
you have to buy it. As I was gonna say, you have to buy it based on the size of your crown.
Yeah, you have to contact them and give them the size of your scope, and they send you the right size for it.
Oh, okay.
They have it in all the common sizes: 50, 40 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 56 millimeter.
How about 22?
That's a
That's a caliber, Leah. Oh, Leah, you're drunk.
I'm not far
From home, you're in home. Andy, what do you have for tonight? Something you just added?
I was at Amazon drunk surfing, which you never should do, and I found actually it went up in price. The Cold Steel Trail Boss American Hickory handled axe. I brought this in the other day and showed Glenn. It's a really cool, lightweight, cheap axe. I think it was $28 when I got it. I think it's up to $36 on Prime on Amazon. But American Hickory, it was a good size, lightweight. Glenn, do you remember it?
Yeah, it was nice. It had the black head with you flamed the handle.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised with how good the grain in the handle was for the price.
American Hickory, that's like the one you want if you're going to buy an axe handle, no?
Is that better than buying like a fiberglass axe from Lowe's or something?
Yes. Put it this way, you buy a $200 hand-forged Swedish top-of-the-line axe, it has an American Hickory handle on it.
Yeah.
I was really happy with it so far. I chopped a little bit.
For less than $40, it's a really good axe.
It's 4 to 1055 carbon. It's not bad.
I've spent much more
for cold steel.
I don't. Girls, do you have anything for Guns and Gear?
I have tons of brand new moving boxes.
Ooh. I got a new costume in.
For ballet.
For my
I really want to see this.
Wow.
Is this your Star Wars costume?
No, it's the one for Radioactive.
Oh.
Ah.
Still cool. Still cool though.
Yes. Do you want to see them? I can try them on.
No.
Oh.
Brad, do you have anything you want to show off or talk about?
No. Well, I got this nifty, nice new lighter today. I don't know if that looks familiar.
That is nice.
No, I got nothing cool. Nobody wants to hear about my new garage door, which is the awesomest thing I've had in a while. So
The side garage doors are cool. You know, I mean,
yeah.
we're all homo nerds.
You got nut blasted.
Oh, I got nut blasted.
Yeah.
My car got nut blasted.
All over the windshield.
Yeah, and then I added. It needs a wash. It's been bird pooped on. It's got dirt all over the hood. It's been nut blasted. I got some new intake pipes and nut blasting. I got to put my spark plugs in, but it runs like a maniac right now.
You got part been cleaned out with nuts.
I need to decide if I even should put plugs in or wait.
I got out of my car today because
Like walnuts?
a Hummer trying to cut me off.
Smoked her.
Oh yeah, definitely. But my car legit sounds like a toy, like a wind-up toy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
If you have a nut allergy and you go near your car, you get an allergic reaction.
If you're allergic to walnut shells and they spilled any inside the engine bay, you would have trouble.
So your car was actually cleaned with nuts.
Walnut shells.
Testicle type.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Walnut shells. Blasted at high velocity.
It's because they're hard enough to break up the carbon, but they're not so hard that they'll eat away at the engine.
Okay.
Yep.
The same thing we use to clean brass when we're reloading.
Yep.
I fucking hate tumblers. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm happy for your nuts.
All right, Glenn, tell us, give us a quick briefing on parallax. We're running tight.
Okay, so I'll go quick. So parallax, going back to optics like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people see these parallax adjustments on the side of scope and they kind of think it's a focus adjustment. It kind of is, but it also isn't at the same time. Parallax is your eye can only focus on one thing at a time. If you've ever worked with like a camera lens or anything like that, you know that you can only focus one point. You can't focus the background and the foreground at the same time and all that stuff. Parallax is the difference between the focus of the reticle of a scope and the focus of the target that you're looking at. Less expensive scopes have what they call fixed parallax. So they pick a range and they set the scope for that. Most rifle scopes are set at about 150 yards, somewhere in there. A lot of shotgun scopes are set at about 75 yards. A lot of the higher end scopes have what they call adjustable parallax. There'll either be a knob on the side of the bell, the rear bell, or a knob on the left side of the a knob on the.
Leah.
She was typing and it was muting me again. So a lot of that. So what a parallax is the actual difference in focus between your reticle and your target, because your eye can only focus on one thing at a time. So when your parallax is adjusted just right, it actually makes your eye think they're at the same distance, so that you can see a clear target and a clear reticle at the same time. The reason this is important, especially at really long ranges, is what they call parallax shift. If your eye thinks they're at different ranges, it actually throws your rounds off target. The amount it throws it off is different for every person. It can be as little as like a quarter of an inch up to a couple inches, depending on how your eye works and how the scope you're using works. But that's why you see the higher end scopes have actual adjustment for parallax.
And same stuff applies to your red dots for parallax free versus not.
Yeah, so the big thing with red dots, you see them marked as parallax free and all that, is so that no matter what range you're looking at, it'll work no matter what, and there won't be any dispersion, and it won't go anywhere crazy. But some of the parallax-free red dots are not truly parallax-free. There's really, you can't actually make it parallax-free. You can just reduce the parallax.
Oh, okay.
So even like an aim point, which is parallax-free, they still have parallax around the outside edges. They just don't have it in the middle. That's kind of what parallax is. It's a tricky subject. Optics get crazy, but it's something to pay attention to when especially when you're shopping for a more expensive scope.
Yeah.
Them optics get crazy, dog.
That parallax, no. All right, Leah, do your news topic while I find you something good from Urban Dictionary.
My news topic is infuriating, to be perfectly honest.
Canadian stuff.
No, I don't think it's a Canadian thing. I don't think it's a foreigner thing. And I say this because I deal a lot with the DEC in my job. And they have tons of stories about how fucking stupid people are. A Canadian man was visiting Yellowstone National Park with his son. And this is hard because they really had the best interest of the animal at heart. They saw a bison calf, which in Yellowstone, if you come within 50 feet of the wildlife, they can fine you. It is a ticketable offense to come within 50 feet of the wildlife in any of the national parks, but specifically Yellowstone, etc. They saw this bison calf and thought he was cold and he was going to die because of the elements, and they put him inside of their car and they drove him to a ranger station and said, "This poor baby is going to die. We put him in our car." The issue with this, with disturbing wildlife, is that animals are weird about stuff like this. If you touch their babies and suddenly their babies smell like people, they're not going to take their babies back. So, despite having the animal's best interest at heart, and he is a nice guy, he seems like he's really sorry about what he did, they had to euthanize the calf because Yellowstone is not in the business of rehabilitating wild animals. They're not. They're a park. They're not. So the man was fined. He has to return. He has to come back to whatever the local jurisdiction that Yellowstone is in to go to court. But it's kind of a good lesson for people to fucking leave animals alone. Nature is going to take care of them. If that calf was destined to die on the side of a road of frostbite, then that is what that calf is destined for. Probably not.
Except owls. I think you should take owls home.
Yeah, those owls. Wait.
Like
Why couldn't they find somebody that would rehabilitate the baby?
Basically, the park released a statement because obviously people are upset. No one wants to see a cute little baby calf of a not endangered but threatened national, like the bison is like the American animal. That is the thing. But Yellowstone released a statement and said that first of all they'd have to go through a super lengthy quarantine process with the animal because of diseases that can be passed between the bison and people. And basically the park doesn't have the capacity. They don't have the resources to go out, and it's hard to find rehabbers for certain animals, especially animals that are protected, because you can't just have a rehabber's license. You have to have like 5 special licenses.
I would be a bison rehabber.
Yeah.
But then you have to learn. Then you have to act like a bison and teach a baby bison to be an adult bison.
But you also have to have the facilities to house a bison.
I'm gonna act like a bison all day tomorrow just to prove that I know.
You're gonna stand in the field next to the shop just eating grass.
Yeah, I got shit to do. That which brings me to our next topic. This is, I forget what do we call it when we give her a dictionary instead?
I'm sorry.
Fucking Leah over.
Yep, that's it. All right, your link is right there for Leah's words. Words with Leah.
Words with Leah, I like that.
Words with Leah.
Words with Leah.
No one fucking does this. This is just sick 15-year-olds who have nothing better to do. Making this.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I like that in an Urban Dictionary you can put this click the speaker button and it'll tell you how to pronounce it.
Where?
Right next to it.
Oh.
So a Boston pancake.
Wait, this
Kid.
is special for Brad. Just
Aaron.
this one because Brad's on the show.
Yeah, Brad.
Awesome.
He does this to me just because you're here.
Okay.
A Boston pancake is when a lover. I don't think this is something a love. Anyways, when a lover defecates on another lover's chest with permission. I like that with permission is capitalized.
Important.
Just in case you were with permission. Then pats down the feces with his buttocks to make it into a flat surface. Then the man ejaculates on the feces, and that acts as the syrup.
Use it in a sentence, please.
That guy gave one hell of a Boston pancake to that female.
Hey, at least this one you had no person of color. You had no racial things to say.
There's no like how does, even if you are into the Boston pancake, like that's your thing. Like some people are into feet, some people are into Boston pancakes. Like how do you talk to your girlfriend about that? Like, I really want to poop on your chest.
Well, because the nice thing about Urban Dictionary is that they provide all of the definitions for the word. Apparently, there is a form of the Boston pancake where a man defecates on their lover's chest while they're sleeping.
Oh.
Oh.
This one is with permission versus without permission.
So is the one where they're sleeping, is that the Southie pancake?
And apparently, there's also a version where the guy pisses on it.
Well, the second definition also says that the jizz is key because without it, you're just performing a Cleveland steamer. And he's not sure where the change from Cleveland to Boston takes place, but it's somewhere between the cum leaving the penis and landing on the shit. That's the exact words of that definition.
Oh, yeah, I like how it broke that.
Too much time thinking about
This
that.
is a great sentence. My bitch forgot to clean up the Boston pancake I made last night, but at least I didn't have to make my own breakfast.
Then, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, some very earnest human being wrote that a Boston pancake is a pancake made in the city of Boston.
Oh.
I'm going to give that a thumbs down.
Oh, it's so bad.
What is a Tony Danza? Wait. Oh boy.
We're gonna
Save
read
it.
that one.
All right, Leah's stuck. Andy, what do you got for medical prepping tonight?
Nothing.
It just says Reddit is fun.
Reddit is fun. I went on Reddit to try to find some cool stuff, and all I find is stuff that Glenn would kill to kill these people.
Really? Is it bad?
But some of it really, I mean, okay, you're asking the entire internet full of internets for advice, and you get what you're asking for. Here's just a couple. Let's see. Okay, if any gunsmiths out there would be willing to talk with me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm looking to get some information and insight into the trade. Okay, why are you posting this on Reddit?
Yes,
It is the firearms community.
There's so many gunsmiths on Reddit.
There are so many
how many gunsmiths are reading this? So most of the answers are, dude, do you have a Dremel? And
Oh, god damn.
no one mentioned vice grips.
I can confidently say, I think the percentage of gunsmiths that I know is literally like the highest percentage in the world. Not a single one of them is on Reddit.
Right. This one guy's like, YouTube can help you with anything. Just go there.
No.
I like the surfer boy accent. Let's do that from now on.
The next one. No experience with firearms, but I'm highly interested. Turning to the Reddit community for guidance. Oh,
No.
boy. So this dude's got no experience whatsoever, and he's going onto this giant internet cluster. I mean, there is some good information. There are some good topics. You can find some good stuff, but be warned, there's a lot of internet keyboards, and they're all hiding out on Reddit. This next one, maybe it's my last one. Why did Noveski Upper come with a pack of jelly beans?
Do you really get jelly beans?
You know, what's funny is I bought some parts from Turner Motorsports, or Beamer World, and it came with a sticker sheet and a pack of Haribo gummy bears.
You better fucking throw in that sticker sheet.
Sticking them everywhere.
Fucking burn your place down. I'm gonna bring that pet spider that I found this morning.
No, I killed it.
Drop him off. He's got to have like brothers.
Put him in the ring with Max.
He was huge.
Yeah.
He
That was a big spider.
You should have made him and Max fight for money.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about the cats' lives. Yeah.
Well, so wait, Andy, I am concerned. Is there no one on Reddit saying, hey, talk to a professional?
No.
Hey.
That's so fun.
No, those guys, there are a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, and they read it, and they're like, I'm not even going to bother answering this because it's so stupid. I mean, there are the people there.
Well, the problem with Reddit is the people that are asking those questions are also the kind of people that are answering those questions.
Yes. So Noveski firearms come with gummy bears. They do not come with jelly beans. That's the point.
Oh.
Yeah.
This guy's so stupid he doesn't know the difference between a jelly bean and a gummy bear.
So he should be given a firearm.
Right.
Yep.
He also, not just a firearm, he spent like probably $1,800 on an upper. Yeah, Noveskis are very expensive.
Here's a great general question to ask all these people. If you were to train 3 times a week, how much time and how many rounds would you shoot each day?
What?
That is a good question.
That's a terrible question.
Terrible question.
Why is it a terrible question?
A train leaves Boston heading to New York City. Another train leaves San Francisco to Reading to Chicago. When do they intersect?
They don't.
Exactly.
There's no answer for this. There really is no.
So wait, no.
Answer.
Say this, I am not an experienced shooter. I don't go shooting that often. I literally have put 15 rounds through my brand new 22. If I said to you, how many rounds do you think I need to put through my gun to get a real feel?
How often, if you train 3 times a week, how many rounds do you shoot? How many rounds do you shoot when you train?
I don't know.
Nobody knows because you didn't tell us.
There's no answer to it.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I could say you need to shoot 150 pistol rounds and 75 rifle rounds every time you go out and train, but that's not. It's not real. It's not something. It's not really something you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can set up an individual training regiment for yourself on your skills and practice the things that you need to do, but there isn't just a go-to, okay, here's your 3-day training, here's your 6-day training, here's your 1-day training. You just got to go out and train.
What he's asking is, how many levels do I have to beat before I level up?
That's true.
Actually probably not.
How do I get to the 20th prestige?
Yeah. How many hit points do I have?
All right, I'm going to stop Reddit and thank our sponsors. X8 Tactical, Clean Snatch Snope, use code Crash and Burn for 15% off, and sticknoevil.com. So, Glenn, am I skipping over you for news?
Always.
Okay. Tech Corner, I got something quick. Oculus Rift is finally showing up to people, and our friend Cassie got hers, and she said it's awesome.
I'm so jealous.
The end.
She was raving about it. She was
I know.
saying that she
actually
hit
got
her
scared.
head.
Yeah.
She hit her head on her desk because she was trying to peer over a cliff,
Yeah.
and she just kept going. That sounds awesome. I want one so bad.
Yeah, so I just checked the Oculus website. If you order it right now, it ships in August, which really isn't that bad.
That's not bad.
They must be catching up.
How long after that does the porn ship?
I don't know, but obviously Oculus porn's going to be awesome.
I don't know a lot about things, but isn't it just a disc?
Ask Reddit.
Just make the disc. Why does it take so long?
It has to be filmed with actual 3D cameras.
But it's already been filmed.
No.
No.
Is it not? If people are already, I'm confused. I guess I don't know what it is.
Filmed with two-dimensional cameras.
Isn't it a video game though?
It would have to be filmed with 360 cameras.
If you know what, if we had something that was baking, Leah would understand.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Put this in cake terms.
Cake terms.
You have a cake, and it's already baked, and it's a vanilla cake. And I say, Leah.
Oh, I thought it was just a video game.
No,
It's not.
it's Oculus Rift is the whole headset that you wear.
Okay.
It's just the
virtual
VR
reality.
device. There's
Yeah.
only like 3 games written for it right now.
Okay.
You gotta write specifically for it.
But porn will
I want the HTC Vive. I want that one.
I heard Rover was talking about that one being pretty slick.
It looks amazing because it has the 2 handhelds, so you can use your hands on it.
Oh, that's the one
Yeah.
with the girl that was fighting the zombies? Is that
Yeah, yeah.
God, I want to
If you like
Watch the video. If you go to the website,
Yep.
Is this the
Video
one with
is
the guy who's like
amazing.
throwing hand grenades and shit with?
you have this virtual dog, and you can throw a stick with it.
Oh, is that the one with the graffiti?
I have real
I
dogs.
don't know. You can paint with them. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, the 3-dimensional painting.
Does the virtual dog listen to me better than my dogs?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, yeah. The painting is really cool.
When
Oh,
is
that looks
when is
super
Vive
cool.
supposed to come out?
That's out. I think it's shipping now,
Oh, is it same?
but it's
Oh,
like
what's
$800.
Oh, it's more.
Who cares?
Oh yeah,
The bow and arrow is amazing with it.
Yes.
That's cool.
That's cool.
You think they could make like a dance thing?
Now
Like, they
all
could
of
put it on my
all of
shoes.
these still have to be hooked up to a pretty high quality PC.
Yes.
So when are we gonna get it so it can hook right up, or it's all integrated? You know?
Not long.
No. It won't
No,
take
at
that
some
long.
point it'll happen.
Or they'll start selling like PCs made specifically for it.
They do that now. Like if you go on Best Buy, you can buy like the Rift with a PC setup for it. But you're talking $1,500 with the Rift.
$800 to go to another world where I have to deal with my problems.
Well, it's, take the
I mean,
headset off, you
A
take
30
them back.
rack will cost you 15.
Right. That's true.
I bet
Bottle
you
of liquor for $30.
virtual reality Minecraft will be big.
Oh my gosh, Jack would like
Oh yeah.
be insane. Like he would love that.
Mining.
Go into a room by accident.
Yeah, he would just start mining everything.
His forearms will get huge.
Yeah, he set up a trap.
I have to laugh every time that Andy talks. It's just his pop filter covering his entire face.
His like
Nothing.
his dark evil villain.
Can we name it, Andy? Yeah.
Andy, do you want to talk about France kicking ass, or did we already talk about that?
We didn't. The difference between the U.S. and France, they just raided well, not just. It's been a few weeks now, but they raided 200 mosques, and they got some cool shit like AKs out of it and ISIS shit. And I mean, I don't think it was widely publicized.
No, I don't think I heard about it at all.
Mm-mm.
I didn't hear about it at all.
I tell you what, NPR's not talking about it.
I know. Imagine if that happened here. If we raided like 200 mosques, what kind of shit would go down?
I mean, we live across the street from a mosque, and I'll tell you what, Oscar really, really dislikes their wacky, wavy, inflatable arms guy.
Yeah, so they're kicking some ass right now. They're doing something about it. Kind of wish we would do something about it to wait until something happens.
That's kind of America's like thing, is we wait till something big happens and we jerk reaction.
But it's also America's thing to have religious freedom and not to
Yeah.
raid
True.
mosques just 'cause.
But Oscar says that the wacky inflatable arm guy is ISIS operative.
He has been growling at him for a week straight.
Oh wait, I don't have my sound effect ready.
Oh no.
Ermagerd.
Erica, did you hear about the kindergartner who got suspended for bringing a bubble gun to class?
I did.
Oh, what the
Girl.
Little bubbles. She's blowing bubbles in kindergarten. She gets suspended.
Yep, little girl. Yep.
Suspend the fucking teacher.
OSS
Seriously.
or ISS?
Yeah, was it out of school suspension or in school?
I believe it was out of school.
Out of school.
Really
Wait,
grinds my gears.
That grinds my gears.
Yeah, that
really
grinds my gears, too.
gears.
So tell us what actually.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Well, now mine seems so trivial to that because that really pisses me off.
We'll tell yours anyways.
All right. A lot of my grinds my gears have to do with driving.
Yeah,
Maybe I have road rage.
maybe.
But so what really grinds my gears this week is, there's maybe it's that all of the snowbirds are back up in New York.
That's exactly what it is.
So I've been there's just a lot of fucking shitty drivers. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay. So what really grinds my gears is when people are going to make a left-hand turn, but they decide at that moment that they are indeed driving a tractor trailer, and they have to swing it wide, and then go right, and then into the left-hand turn.
I hate that.
What is that about? You're in a friggin' Prius.
That's a pre-inverted turn.
What? Why?
You have your pre-inverted and your post-inverted.
And what is that doing?
what's
You know what really grinds my gears?
It's pissing me off is what it's doing because I can't get around your fucking slow ass that has to make the right turn before you make the fucking left turn, okay? Get out of my way, okay? I got a Mini, and it sounds like shit when I step on the brakes. So I try not to do that. So I'm trying to downshift, and I downshift again. And now I'm into first, and you're still fucking making a right-hand turn before you're making a fucking left-hand turn. Just make the left-hand turn. You are not driving a tractor trailer. You're not even driving a minivan, okay? Which is just, freaking suicide. Just kill yourself right now. If you're driving a minivan, end it. What are you doing?
There is a special place. There is a special place in hell for people that make me and you and anyone else when I'm in second and I have to go back down to fucking first.
Oh, I hate that.
That makes me really upset.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That too.
is it worse when they take the turn too tight and they like cross all the way through?
Oh, I hate that too. Save it.
That's the one that really gets me. Is like, oh, you just drove in the other lane.
Yeah, I hate that.
You're too lazy to actually turn the wheel just a little bit more. No, you got to come into my lane.
That's the post-inverted. I do that with a fire truck all the time, and I freak people out.
It's a fire
You were
truck.
allowed to do
It is a fire truck.
Understandable. I will
His face is
throw
when
that
the
thing in a
truck's
reverse,
coming
and I'll be like,
right
you know
at
what,
him.
dude? You are going to a legit fire. You're
Yep.
going to save someone's
Yeah.
life.
The
I'm
water
out of your
in
way.
the truck weighs more than my car.
But somebody that's just too lazy, or that they just want to be a dick and
And then
throw
they
a right-hand turn.
Then they give you the dirty look, like you're
Yeah.
in their way.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did I miss when your problems became mine?
It's a good thing I'm an adult and I can woo-saw,
It's a good thing. All right, I've got today's video for you guys, it's this week's video. Let's see if I can do this.
Glenn, that would be 6,258 pounds of water.
That's more than my Jeep.
That's twice as much as my car.
Can you guys see this?
Yep.
What's it look like to you?
Black.
Looks like Brad.
Not that there's anything wrong with black.
Tactical squirrel attack!
right, so there's looks like a SWAT team with a squirrel.
A red squirrel.
It's a red squirrel. Ugh.
Red squirrel fucking him.
It's running around, chasing the other one around.
Oh, he's chasing him. Oh, he's really chasing him. Look at him go! Get him!
It's definitely chasing that guy.
This is what happens when airsoft is used.
Funny.
He's legit chasing this
Она
guy.
чернуху лезет, понял? Она на черное реагирует. Какой? Я что, черный? Я что, черный?
First of all, why are all of them acting like this?
Chasing all of them.
Ебать, я это не видел еще. Сукин, сукин! А, нет!
Did you just yell "Niet"?
Yeah, they're definitely speaking Russian.
Yeah.
That's gonna not be pleasant when it bites him.
I mean, have you ever been bit by a squirrel, Mike?
No.
Am I the only one that's been bit by a squirrel?
No.
No.
A squirrel is actually the most dangerous animal that we come into contact with on a daily basis.
Really?
Come into
I've seen a
contact with
squirrel bite through a hawk glove.
Oh.
Really?
Without hesitation, like bite right straight through it without even a question.
Yeah, I've had a squirrel take a
Draw
chunk.
blood, yeah.
I've had a squirrel take a chunk out of my hand.
Really?
Why are you guys playing with the squirrels?
I worked at a rehab center. I don't know what his
Because
thing
for
is.
some reason at summer camp, it was like find a squirrel for the scavenger hunt.
That
So
wasn't summer camp. That was prison.
So I caught a squirrel with my bare hands.
Yeah.
It bit the shit out of me.
Bit you? Didn't like it?
No, I did not enjoy being held with my bare hands, and it chewed the hell out of my finger.
Yeah, well, squirrels are very dangerous. They can bite through things that most animals can't.
Like trash cans.
Like
Power
harder than
lines.
Loki bites?
Oh, absolutely.
No, Loki's bit
Probably
me.
sharper. I mean, Loki bites, like I said to Glenn, Luna will bite you and draw blood. Loki kind of bites you and just squeeze.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah,
it hurts really
it
bad
hurts.
because like he like tests it
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh, you're not crying yet.
yeah,
Let me add some more pressure."
yeah,
Yeah. Loki bit me the other day when you had him at the shop.
yeah.
Squirrels are very dangerous. They will not stop until they hit bone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
red squirrels suck.
And
No,
red
those-
squirrels,
They're fucking assholes.
Why? Why? Is it like they have no
They're
soul?
assholes.
they're very smart, and they use that to their advantage. A red squirrel is the one that will like run up and down your fence, knowing that your dog can't get to him, like
Oh.
a dick.
That's me.
Or, or the one that will like poke its head out behind a tree and throw a nut at you.
It's like one of the only non-seasonal hunting animals out there. Like
Yeah.
for us, we can hunt them anytime.
You just kill them.
It's like literally them and coyote.
Yeah.
They'll come out with like "Make America Great Again" sign.
He said red squirrel, not orange squirrel.
Oh, sorry. All right, so what's going on this weekend?
You're going to some.
I'm going for like an hour or so to a dino day. My buddy Dan from Syracuse is coming out, wants to go.
Are you dynoing your car?
No.
Then, what are you doing?
Cause all the BMW guys that I haven't met yet are there.
Oh, so this is like, look at my car. I'll stand
Yeah.
here. Are you like reliving the Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah,
Euro
I'm gonna
style?
stand next to my car.
It's
Can I
not.
bring my Hyundai?
It's all JDM stuff too, and it's all cars. They get like 500 cars.
So it's not how you drive your car; it's how you stand next to it,
Obviously, yeah, bruh.
All the BMW guys get in a circle. They put a cracker in the middle.
bro. Is this where you get? Is this where you guys learn how to drive like pricks?
Yeah, we're gonna make Boston pancakes.
It's not a Hummer convention.
No, like it's in the manual. It says don't use your fucking signal.
Well, oh, okay.
Okay, I read
I
the
don't.
manual.
I must not have the same one.
Little
Then.
known fact: when
I'm
you
a
turn
pro.
your signal on a BMW, it doesn't turn on.
Right,
Oh,
right. It does it for you. So, next week I'm taking pictures for you. with
For
my
my-
photomographing camera.
For dance, yeah, because we
Yes.
have our recital coming up.
Right. You told him it was nudes, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's implied.
Okay. For the advanced class.
Only.
What do you guys got going on this weekend?
We're packing.
More packing.
I'm doing plumbing.
Plumbing. What are
Andy's
you
Andy's
plumbing?
laying pipe, and Glenn and Leah are packing.
Ah.
We should all go shooting one day.
No, Glenn. Guys, can someone please make Glenn understand that we have 8 days to pack our entire house?
Let's
and
go
we've only
Monday. We'll go
just gotten
shooting Monday.
through a quarter of the books.
We'll go shooting Monday, Glenn.
Okay.
Don't encourage him.
It's
We've
just
got-
for an hour, Leah.
We've
It's
only
never
got
for an hour, Leah. It takes an hour to pack up the guns.
we only have 11 days to get the rest of the shit out of the old shop, or they keep it.
Like, is it like important shit?
Right.
Yeah.
Can't they just have it?
They can't have my forklift, and they can't have our mill that we need.
So let's get those.
Put it on the forklift and drive it down.
Bubblegum key.
I may do that.
You did bring the bubblegum keys.
I did bring the bubblegum keys by accident. It happens.
They do look very similar.
They do. And they were in the same drawer, to my defense. So, all right, so check us out. We're pretty much done for tonight, so make sure you guys follow us on Gun Channel.
Robbie on Gun Channels. Need Benny Hill music.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. For the squirrel.
No.
Ross.
Oh, for us or for the squirrel? I'm so confused. Anyways, follow Crash and Burn on Twitter, Crash and Burn TV, and follow the rest of us on Instagram and Twitter, at Mike Centola, at Andy Dickinson, at Erica Centola, at The Hipster Gunsmith, at Crash and Burn TV. I already said that.
What about Leah?
Oh, at Leah Naprap. She didn't write it, so. Make sure you guys check out Brad's stuff at emstac.com and follow him on all the social medias. Thank you again to our sponsors, Stick No Evil, X8 Tactical, and Clean Snatch Soap. Make sure you use code CRASHANDBURN for 15% off Clean Snatch Soap. And we will see all you guys next week. And we will be posting up some videos, maybe shooting and cool stuff. So we'll catch you all later. Have a good week.
Have fun at NRA, folks.
Bye.
Bye.